but does finish him off. Gets 2. Gets 3. What a hit that hits him 65%. Wow! And does it go in? It goes in! It goes in!
Watchman fight 1, 2, 4v1, 4v none!
Good evening, Pio Nation. I hope you're doing well tonight. My name is Matt Williamson, and you are watching Marietta College Esports. So tonight, our Overwatch team is back, and they'll be playing against Southern Virginia University in the NECC. Last week, it was a very tough loss against Mount Vernon Nazarene University, falling behind 2 maps, going back 2 maps, going all the way to map 5, but just were not able to clinch it out. We're going to see what adjustments they've made and see if they come through with a victory tonight. So we are waiting to get things set up for the lobby. So while we are waiting, we're going to go over a couple things, such as who is going to be playing for tonight. And honestly, I have no idea. And that's just because it is fall break and most of our students are home. So I can only go off of what I see in the Discord. So just to be safe, I'm going to go through everyone on the list except Jeffrey Dolby, because he's on... he's studying abroad right now, so of course he can't be playing tonight. But Jeffrey, we do miss you. We can't wait to have you back next semester. But we also have here Colin Gladden, TK Nuck playing, maybe. We'll also have freshman Miguel Saez Ortiz Lunar Ghost. We're going to have junior Eric Snake Juggernaut. We're going to have freshman Caleb Schilling Mamba. We're going to have sophomore Zachary Simpkins OP Knees. We're going to have sophomore Jason Von Velt Torgon, and freshman Braden Wilson Stout Vessel. And of course we have our coaches, head coach Derek Games Grump, and our Overwatch coach, Bailey Matheny Argo. All right, this should be a very exciting matchup. I do want to go over a couple of announcements. So first of all, we are in the middle of working with Buy Blue Light to do a fundraising opportunity for our students. So we are working on trying to get blue light glasses for each and every one of our esports students. And so we are trying to do a fundraising campaign to help with that. In fact, in some states, Buy Blue Light's been trying to advocate the importance of Buy Blue Light glasses for computer usage. I mentioned stream yesterday that I had my own eye appointments, and I do have blue lights on blue light reflection on my glasses, and they definitely have made a difference so that I don't feel the eye strain whenever I'm on the computer, which I am on a lot. So if you are able to help, you can go to bit.ly/mcx buy blue light. I will say on the link, if you go to the page, it looks like we hit our goal of $100, but we're actually doing that per person. So you can still contribute towards the campaign. Our goal is to raise a lot more than $100. So far, we have raised $200. So if you are able to contribute, please help with that. If you're not able to donate, if you can at least share the link with friends and family to get any bit of support, that would be much appreciated. Of course, we are always looking for more students for our program. We have varsity titles in Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Super Smash Bros., and Valorant. We have our facility here on campus. You see it in the pre-stream, even though the lights are a little dark, but it's still there, I promise. We have coaches for several of our titles, including Overwatch. We have development opportunities for our students, so whether they're help shoutcasting or they have leadership opportunities, because we want to help see our students succeed. And scholarships are available for high school seniors and college transfers. So you can go to our Linktree, linktr.ee/Marietta Esports. It has links to all of our social media channels, joining our Discords, scheduling those tryouts. But I'll also provide the links for the tryouts here, because if you are a high school senior or a college transfer and thinking about coming to Marietta College to be part of the esports program, we could actually give you a scholarship to be a part of our esports program. There's 2 different ways to do this. So we have in-person tryouts during our admissions events. So that would be, during those very specific in-person dates that you see. Our next one's going to be Saturday, November 2nd during the fall open house. So if you're going to be coming to that, you can schedule a tryout while you're here. Now, if you are not going to be able to make it to any of the in-person events, we are doing tryouts online. You just have to fill out the forms and the QR codes that you see to the right. So you can go to bit.ly/mcrecruit just to fill out some information for our admissions department. You can go to bit.ly/MC Esport tryout to schedule the tryout. Just make sure that you select the online option for scheduling the online tryout. I think we already had like 3 scheduled in 2 days, so that's amazing. And then, of course, you can join our Discord server, bit.ly/Pio Discord. Anyone can join our Discord server, actually. It's not just those who are planning to try out. And a quick shout out to the Marietta College volleyball team for watching. Thank you for your support. And I will say you guys are having a phenomenal season, so keep up the great work. We are very proud of your accomplishments, and we wish your team the very best as they just keep on with that win streak. So great job, volleyball team. But all right, let's try a couple of other announcements because I have yet to receive an invite to the lobby. So for all I know, they could be starting and they forgot to invite me. So hopefully I'll get added very soon. But I at least will throw out a quick shameless plug to thank you all for your support. Thank you for your follows. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your gifts. We do truly appreciate that support. It is one of the main ways that we generate revenue here for our program. But I just want to throw out there that if you're not able to subscribe, that's perfectly fine. I know the cost for Twitch subs have gone up over the summer, but if you have this thing called Amazon Prime, then there is a way to support us at no additional cost to you through Prime Gaming. All you have to do is create a Twitch account and then connect that to your Amazon Prime account. So the instructions there, you go to gaming.amazon.com, and I'm now getting the invite to the lobby, which is good. So we should be starting very, very, very soon. But anyway, you would just connect your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account that gives you Prime Gaming, which gives you several perks, such as free games. Yes, I did get a friend invite. That's why you hear the little bling. But anyway, you get free games. I think right now through GOG and the Epic Game Store, there's quite a few things you can get, such as Borderlands. I think there was BioShock Remastered that came out. But the important thing is you get a free sub that you can use for any Twitch channel of your choice. You just have to remember to renew it every 30 days. So you can subscribe to our channel and click on the Use My Prime Gaming sub, and then you will subscribe to the channel for free. We still get the revenue for that, and you still get the benefits. What are the benefits? Glad you asked. You get emotes. That's right. You see the emotes on your screen, the GGs, the LOLs, the rips, the feel bads, the let's goes, the hypes. You can use those to express your emotions in chat whenever we do something great or if we do something dumb. But you can get those by subscribing to our channel so you can express that and cheer on the Pioneers. But all right, it looks like we are getting things set up for the first game. It is going to be Legion Tower, and I will throw out that normally we would show the cameras for our students, but because I think just about everyone but 2 of the students are home right now, we're not going to worry so much about the cameras. But all right, we are getting things underway, so I need to get into the game. But all right, Legion Tower. So I know we have a couple of guests that are maybe watching Overwatch for the first time, so let me explain how this works. So in this best of 5 series, this first game is a control map. So the object of the game is to capture this point right here that you see inside this little building. And you will, once they capture it, there's kind of a number that goes from 0% to 100%. You want to get to 100% and you win the round. But of course, the other team is going to try to kill you and take the point back. And it's just going to go back and forth. But the first team that gets that capture point to 100% will take this round. For this map, it is a best of 3 of the map. So you have to win 2 of the 3 to be able to secure map 1. Now we see that Marietta is going to be on the red side. So looking at the composition here, Mamba will be tanking on the Orisa. OP Knees going with Symmetra, which has the teleport, so they're going to try to get onto the site very quickly. Stout Vessel is going to be on the Bastion. Juggernaut's going to be support with Baptiste, loves to play that. And then we're going to see Torgot. Actually, OP Knees is swapping over to May. I stand corrected. And I got to make sure I have the right buttons here. Here you go. I'm having to use default controls, but Marietta is not going to teleport onto the site. Instead, they're going to meet in the middle and fight back and forth here. See, Stout Vessel's trying to get some cover, but going to throw out that turret to see if they can take down that Sigma. The Torgon is going to fall, but Soldier 76 was down, but 3 of the Pioneers have fallen. So that is going to give Southern Virginia the opportunity to take the point first. So they will capture the point now at 5%, and we're going to see Mambo is going to swap over to Ramatra. So they're going to have to try another strategy because they did get picked off. So they're going to see if they're going to rotate over. I cannot go that way. But already Torgod gets picked off. Marietta was not grouped up very well, so they're already going to be in a 4v5 fight. So they're going to have to fall back and wait for Torgod to respawn, because you do not want to go in the fight with one less person, especially when you're half of your supports. So right now, Southern Virginia is just going to be able to get free points onto that capture point. But everyone's grouped up again, so they're going to take another stab at this. Mamba going to be leading the charge, having to put some defenses up. Takes down the Moira, but here comes Sound Barrier for Southern Virginia, trying to keep everyone up. But Torgod, Stop Us, and Juggernaut do fall. Mamba gets down to Sigma, but he's there by himself with just OP knees. But can't OP knees get a pick? He will not. Mamba's going to get taken out, and it's another victory for Southern Virginia, just getting the picks. It just seems like the team is not as well coordinated on the targets and the priority, because they're just not staying alive and getting targets down quickly. The point is now at 70%. We do see Marietta has 2 ultimates ready to go. OP Knees is probably going to be looking to use that Blizzard, so we're going to keep an eye out for it. And here comes the Graviton Flux and the Blizzard. Bunch of ultimates coming out left and right, trying to use that Blizzard, and the Ash is going to get taken down. OP Knees does take down Soldier 76. South Vessel does get taken down, but both supports have already fallen. So now Mamba popping his ultimate, trying to get some AoE damage out onto the Sigma, does take him down, and Marietta is going to win this fight. So they do take the point, but Southern Virginia got to 95%. So Marietta's going to have to hang on to this point for the remainder of the round if they're going to take it. And we see 3 ultimates ready for Southern Virginia. They do have the Bob. They do have the Tactical Visor. Here comes the Bob that we're talking about, along with Coalescence. So now a bunch of damage is going to be flying. And for the Pioneers that have already fallen, it's a team win for Southern Virginia, and they're going to take the point back. Marietta only getting it to 23%, but the first round is going to go to Southern Virginia. So, I mean, that just came down to execution of the team fights, in my opinion. But they can still get the map here, so they're going to have to kind of rethink their strategy for this second point. If Southern Virginia gets it, they will secure the first map. So it's the first of 3 maps, or best of, well, I mean, it's technically a best of 5, but it really is kind of like first of 3 maps on this. No, we'll see if Marietta makes any adjustments in their composition, and so far it looks like they're not. And I'm not going to see any changes from Southern Virginia's composition. So Marietta will start leading the way, and we're going to go straight from Mamba's perspective here. They're going to go straight through the middle. Shield's going to come up, trying to look for that pick. The Maywall's going to come out to try to isolate the Sigma. Can they capitalize on this? And they do take down the Sigma, which is huge for the Pioneers. They're going to try to go after the Lucio. Lucio and Moira down, and that's so far 4 of Southern Virginia down. And Marietta is going to take the point first. At least they're going to try to. The point has unlocked. And a great team fight there. Shout outs to OP Knees with that Maywall to isolate Sigma, and the Pioneers just collapsed on him. And a huge pick there by OP Knees to take down the Lucio. So that's going to put Southern Virginia in a 4v5 scenario. Have to wait for him to respawn. So that's just going to be more time on the clock for Marietta. Now we're seeing Southern Virginia starting to pull away, and Marietta's going to have to fall back. Mamba trying to take down the Sigma, does get it, but he's extremely low on health, trying to get his defenses up. Stop Vessel trying to get some damage out too, but the DPS is down. OP Knees is going to fall. So meanwhile, we see Juggernaut trying to keep everyone alive, getting Stout Vessel topped off, but they got to watch the flank. They're going to be flanked from behind, so they're going to rotate around. And Tour God, just from a distance, has his ultimate ready. Here comes the Riptide. I did not even realize that Blitz Dragon swapped to it, but OP Knees takes it down. And here comes a bunch of ultimates using Immortality Field, Coalescent, trying to keep everyone up. OP Knees does end up falling. Now we're going to see, can South Vessel get a pick onto the Sigma? He does get Sigma. Moira has to fade away using ground actual cover, but does get her down, but will go down to the Soldier 76. Mamba's going to try to get that 1v1 fight with Soldier 76. She's going to punch him in the face and say, get out of here. So Marietta's, I don't know what adjustment they made there, but it is working. They have 3 ultimates. They burned their support ults, but that helped them get to the point to 80%. So now we're going to probably see, here comes the Blizzard from OP Knees trying to catch the Junkrat. Will get it. Going to try to wall off Soldier 76. Gets him low, but not enough to finish him off. Now Stout Vessel trying to get some damage from distance. Has to fall back. Now Mamba is going to start punching away. Going for the Moira. Soldier 76 falls. And it is overtime. Southern Virginia is contesting this map, but Marietta is picking them off one by one. And Marietta, well, no, it did swap to a Tracer just to try to eat the clock a little bit, but Marietta will take the second round. It is just a night and day difference in the Pioneers.
Score 1-1. Ready for battle.
Everyone, stick together. We can do this. From imperfection.
All right, we're going to see OP Knees is going to go with the Symmetra. So they are probably going to go with the teleport strat. And here they go. And they're going to go straight into the fight using that teleporter. And the Lucia, the two supports have already, 2 have already fallen for Southern Virginia, but Stout Vessel has gone down, but now they're taking down several, and Marietta is going to win this fight. And Marietta gets that team kill. So Marietta is going to be holding very well. We're going to see Mamba get stunned and takes a lot of damage. Still up though. Just trying to stay alive as best as can. South Vessel taking some damage. Going to fall back. And Marietta does end up falling a little bit. A couple of people getting picked off left and right. Colas is going to come down. Stout Vessel is going to get pushed off. So we're going to see that Southern Virginia is going to retake the map. Marietta gets it to 40%. But we do see a couple of ultimates ready. We see Torgon has his ultimate up. Mamba's just about his. Although he's taking a bunch of damage. But he's going to get healed back up. Juggernaut going to try to keep things up. But here comes those twin dragons. Marietta will be able to dodge it, fortunately. And Torgod's going to try to keep Ramantra up, keep Pioneers alive. But he's going to get picked off immediately. So this is going to be risky because the both supports have fallen. They do get the Lucia, but they're going to continue to fight even though they don't have any support. But right now, Marietta's fighting back. It's just the Sigma that's left. And we're going to see trying to go after the Sigma, gets stunned, but does end up taking down. So Marietta needs to look to try to get the point back. But we're going to see Juggernaut gets picked off right away. Here comes the ultimate from Mamba. Takes down Soldier 76. Looking to take down the Hanzo, does so, and the Lucio. Gets a 3K right there. So Marietta will take it back, and we're going to see that Southern Virginia got to 61%. Marietta had to pop 2 ultimates there. Whoopi Knees having to pop his, but Stout Vessel still has his up. Juggernaut also has his ultimate ready to go. And meanwhile, 2 ultimates are ready for Southern Virginia. So I think this next fight is going to be crucial. And they're going to be using that teleport to get back onto the point. And we're going to see Stop Vessel gets taken down by Sigma. So Marietta is already down 1 in this fight. But they get the point to here comes the Graviton Flux. Going to try to pop up so much heals. But Juggernaut gets taken down. Does pop Immortality Field before that happens. But we're seeing that a bunch of damage coming out. Pioneers have already lost 3. OP Knees gets bopped off. So Marietta's going to have to regroup. But we're going to see the artillery shell coming out from Stout Vessel, trying to get some picks, but Juggernaut already gets taken down. But the Pioneers are going to have to fight onto the point. It's now at 91%, and people are dropping left and right. It's just Mamba that's left on this final fight, and Southern Virginia is going to get the point, and they will take map 1 in a very close fight. So it was a hard-fought fight there. Play of the game is going to go to the Sigma for Southern Virginia. But yeah, I mean, with that, Southern Virginia will take the first map here, and I'm trying to get a couple of controls set up here just to fix a couple things with the chat. So let's see if I can get that set up while we are getting this set up. Let's see, handling. But anyway, it was a hard-fought fight there for the Pioneers, but unfortunately that last fight, they just didn't have the ultimates they needed to be able to secure that. So now Marietta will get to choose the map, and then it'll get things set up. It'll take a couple minutes to get the second map set up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break as I try to get all the chat settings fixed here. And as soon as they get things set up, we will get into map 2, which probably won't take too long, but we're just going to take a quick mini break. So we'll be right back in just a second. All right, welcome back. We are getting into the next map, so we're gonna get things underway here. So it is going to be Legion. It's going to be King's Row. So Marietta will be on attack first. This is a very popular escort map. So the way this works is there's going to be a capture point right here that Marietta will need to capture first, and there's going to be kind of like this vehicle that comes out, and they need to escort this vehicle along this route. Oops, that's not what I wanted to press. Hold on. There we go. All right, now that we have the icons, I can actually show you here better. But yeah, this is the capture area. There'll be a vehicle, and they gotta take this all the way through down here, here, and ultimately right there. That's what Marietta has to do. Now, of course, they're gonna be on offense first, so this is gonna be a bit of a challenge, but they will be, I think they can do it. But we'll just see how well they get things set up here. Here we go. They're going to go straight onto the point. They're going to probably work their way around. Actually, no. They're going to work around the statue, trying to look for any possible picks. We see OP Knees does swap over to Cassidy. Staff Vessel going to go with Reaper this time, not getting the luck on the Bastion that he's had in several rounds. Kitten Lunar's going to be playing the Juno, and already 2 from the Pioneers have fallen. That is not the start that you want, and the DPS have fallen, so now Marietta is going to have to fall back. But Marietta's going to try to group back things again. But a lot of damage is going out. OP Knees swaps over to the Ashe, not getting the luck from the Cassidy. But now they're going to take the long way around. But they got to be careful through this little tunnel here, because a big hit there could do a lot of damage. But they're going to try to boost right through. And we're going to see Kitten Lunar trying to get some heals out, trying to keep Mamba alive as much as possible, but we still see a lot of damage coming out. Stout Vessel's going to be okay, but a bunch of heals going out. Lucio does get picked off, and this is going to be Marietta's opportunity to move forward. Although Torgod's going to fall, Mamba's going to get a pick, but Kitten Lunar is going to go down. OP Knees gets very low, will get taken down. Now Stout Vessel going to try to take down this last one. And Marietta will start to make progress on the point. But Marietta does get stalled. They're not able to take the full point, only getting it to the first tick. Let me see, Torgod's going to be trying to put the shield and dodge the Twin Dragons, although Kitten Lunar does get hit by it, using that flail to keep them away. And Marietta's going to start making progress onto the point, and I think they will be able to capture it, and they do get it.
Cover the payload. We're moving out.
But all right, we do see a bunch of damage. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. Oh, sorry about that. Trying to fix a couple things here to get everything working right. Okay, but I think I got some of the kinks in the chat worked out here. Alright, so I want to make sure I got everything set up properly, but Marietta's going to start moving the payload, and we're going to see Mamba popping his ultimate, taking down the Hanzo. Sound Barrier comes out for Southern Virginia, but Soldier 76 is going to fall for Southern Virginia, trying to get some damage onto the Sig, but not going to get it. But OP Knees going to take down the Lucio. trying to get some damage out. And we see Kiriko falls and so does Sigma. And that is going to be an unofficial team kill by the Pioneers. So they're going to continue to move that payload. They got 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. Plenty of time to get to this first checkpoint. Alright, so we're going to see the Gravitron Flux come out by Southern Virginia. OP Knees already gets taken out. So they're trying to push everyone back. The Sigma gets very low, but OP Knees getting taken out does not help. But here comes Death Blossom. Does catch 2. A great pick there by Stout Vessel. Torgon actually getting some damage to finish off the Sigma. Trying to take out this Sojourner who's going to fly away. But now is going to die away, actually. And Marietta will secure that first checkpoint. Now they get to that last leg, and this is always the hardest part for King's Row. But right now, Egan Lunar just about has their ultimate ready. Kasune is ready for Southern Virginia, so they might use that to try to get a damage boost. Maybe, yeah, they're going to pop that Kasune right away to just be able to shoot things much faster. Marietta just needs to use the natural cover to let that expire, so they're going to fall back for just a second just to stay alive. So, great job. Very smart move by the Pioneers, and Mamba just about takes down the Sojourn. Torgon falls, but the supports for Southern Virginia have already been taken out. Mamba's going to get stunned, but going to be okay. Stout Vessel now going to be popping through and going to be popping on quite a few. Actually, OP Knees gained the kill onto Soldier 76, so Marietta is going to continue to push that payload, and they are very close to securing it. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. Mamba's just about his ultimate ready. He's probably going to pop it as soon as he can. As soon as they get close, here comes that ultimate it was just talking about. OP Knees popping Bob as well. And Bob and all that damage. There's just so much damage that Southern Virginia cannot stay alive. And Marietta will get all the way to the end. So a great job by the Pioneers of getting all the way to the end. So they get 3 points for that round. Now, here's how this map works for those of you that are new. They will switch sides. So now Southern Virginia will be on offense, and Marietta will be on defense, of course. But Southern Virginia will need to get the payload to this end here as well within the same time frame in order to go to overtime rounds in this map. If Marietta is able to prevent them from doing that, they will secure this map. So it's going to be crucial for Marietta to try to hold off Southern Virginia. And even if Southern Virginia does get to the end, if they can force Southern Virginia to take longer, then when they get to the overtime rounds, Marietta will have the advantage going into it. All right, looks like I think I got the chat working here. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for showing your support. We do appreciate it. But all right, Marietta is going to be on defense, so they want to try to stall as much as possible. And it looks like they're going to stick with the composition they did in the first round. OP Knees stick with the Ash. I think he's liking that. Excuse me, much better. Stout Vessel getting the huge Death Blossom ultimate early on. So now we'll see what will Southern Virginia do. They're going to try to go for the quick pick with the Widowmaker. Not going to catch anyone. So I'm going to expect Blitzer out and going to swap over to the Ash. So right now, Marietta is just trying to zone Southern Virginia off as much as possible. So OP Knees getting some damage onto the Brigade support, trying to get some damage onto the Ash, and does pick off the Ash, although Stout Vessel actually gets credit for the kill, but Mamba going to be taking down Soldier 76, so there goes Southern Virginia's DPS, and that's going to force Southern Virginia back, and they're going to try to zone them away, looking for another pick to see if they can stagger them. Not going to be able to get that though, but they're going to continue pressuring Southern Virginia there. Ekin Lunar just going to get everyone topped off, but a good first fight by the Pioneers. 3 minutes 5 seconds remain for this first leg. So So see, OPD is going to try to get some picks and gets a huge pick onto that Soldier 76. Gets the damage taken by the Ash, has to fall back. But now Stout Vessel going to be looking to put some pressure onto the Ramatra, and does see the Brigade has to reload, and you just reload by just dropping the weapons and pick up some new ones. And we're going to see Stout Vessel does get blown up by the Juno. Mamba's going to fall down, but OPDs gets a couple picks, looking to get some damage onto quite a few, but he gets taken down. And it's going to look like the Southern Virginia will be able to get that first point. So Marietta stalled a little bit, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. They may be looking to try to get back onto the point. Mamba's going to be fighting the Ramatra, but it seems like Southern Virginia is buying enough space where they will be able to secure the payload. So that's going to add a little bit more time to the clock. But Marietta is still going to try to look for picks and stall as much as possible. But Mamba taking a huge amount of damage. We're going to see EQ Lunar. He does get taken off by the Ramatra. And we're going to see that big ultimate by Southern Virginia's Ramatra. And it's just a bunch of AoE damage. And the combination with that and the Bob from Blitz Dragon is going to force the Pioneers to fall back. So they're kind of fighting the alleyway, which is an interesting choice. Yeah, Marietta's going to have to respawn and kind of go all the way from the back. Meanwhile, OP Knees just trying to get as much damage as he can, but he's pretty much there by himself, so he's got to be careful. The rest of the team is there. And here comes the ultimate from Ekin Lunar to get some heals out, but a bunch of damage falls, but 2-3 from Southern Virginia fall. And Mamba popping his ultimate, and that's going to take down several from Southern Virginia as well, finishing off Soldier 76, and that's going to be a team kill for the Pioneers and just eat up more time on the clock. So Marietta had to pop 2 ultimates, but they still have Death Blossom and Rally to go. OPNEs is at about 50% towards his ultimate. We do see Tactical Visor is ready for that guy. And now we're going to see Southern Virginia trying to take back the payload. Meritta's going to look to contest as much as possible, but they have to respect the space. They don't want to get overexposed. They don't want to get picked off. Stout Vessel looking for an opportunity to drop and pop that Death Blossom, but he's kind of letting him know about his location. He might just drop in and press Q. We'll see if he tries to go for the play. Although OPNs gets taken down. So this is where he's going to go for that Death Blossom. Does get one, but doesn't get anyone else. Everyone else was able to hide in the buildings. But he's going to get taken down. Mamba's going to fall. So not the best value for the ultimates. I mean, I would have probably done the same thing. Just unfortunately, everyone was able to hide after OPNs gets taken down. So now Marietta is going to have to regroup. And we're going to see, yeah, I'm going to try to teleport over as quickly as possible. And now Southern Virginia going to start heading over to the point, and they will get to that first point. Now they got 3 minutes and 30 seconds to get to the end. So they do have a lot of time. They have 3 ultimates ready. OP Knees does have Bob ready. Torah God has Rally Cry. OP Knees has got to be careful, taking a lot of damage there. Mamba has swapped over to the wrist, and here comes Bob, which is kind of like having a 6th player on the team to do some extra damage. And you're going to use that Bob to push back Southern Virginia. And now we're going to see Blitz Dragon's Bob come out. And I think Bob just fell to his death. So they tried to use their Bob, but he just kind of ran off to the side. Here comes EQ Lunar's ultimate and the rally from Torah God. They're going to try to pop that extra shield to keep everyone alive, but now we're going to see everyone pushing in. Mamba gets extremely low in health, so despite the ultimate usage, Mamba's going to fall. And E-Kitten Lunar's going to fall too. OPN's trying to get a pick, but he's not going to get it. He's going to have to fall back to get healed up. Stout Vessel going to try to get close to his healers. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remain. OPNs gets a huge pick onto that guy, and now has his Bob is ready to go if he wants to use it. Gonna reload real quickly, heal back up. And Marietta is able to hold off Southern Virginia. So they got about 2 minutes remaining. Southern Virginia has 2 ultimates. Here comes the rally. Tries to throws the dynamite, but just not able to get it off. And we see, and here comes the bomb from OP Knees. Gonna try to get some damage from behind. Here comes the ultimate from the. That was huge. Ramacha popped the ultimate, but Marietta was able to take him down, but able to do full damage. See, Torgod does get taken down, but they will be able to respawn quickly. Minute 28 remains in the round. So even if Southern Virginia does get the payload to the third point, Marietta will have the advantage with the time remaining because they're able to get there faster. But Marietta doesn't want to tie. They want to secure this round. They want to hold off Southern Virginia to be able to get a map in place. And we see Stout Vessel does have his Death Blossom ready. Going to be looking for that opportunity once again. This time, Southern Virginia is not going to have any air come. Here comes that Death Blossom and gets a 3K with it. And he gets a 4th by finishing off the Juno. A huge team kill for the Pioneers with 45 seconds remaining. And right now, though, here's what's critical. Southern Virginia has Bomb about to come online. Marietta does not have any ultimates yet. Torgod might have Rally Cry in time, but they're not going to have anything else ready. So Marietta needs to win this fight. Here comes the Bob, and this time he's not going to run to his death. So Bob is going to try to take him off, does take him out. Stout Vessel is going to end up falling. So Marietta needs to win this fight. And we're going to see OP Knees gets taken down. Ekit and Lunar trying to keep everyone up as much as possible. Here comes the rally from Torgod, but he's going to get taken down. Mamba gets a pick onto 1 DPS. And here comes Ekit. Oh, an ultimate from, sorry, not the other Juno. South Vestal does end up falling. OP Knees swapping over to Tracer just to try to get him off the point. Mamba and South Vestal going to fall, but they're continuing to contest this payload as much as possible. And we're going to see the ultimate coming out from the Ramacha once again. Stout Vessel trying to get back onto the point. Going to try to teleport in, but will not get there. All right, so here's what happens. This is actually a very unique case. So yes, it is a tie, but Southern Virginia had to use overtime to get to this point. So the rules are going to be a little different than normal overtime rules. Usually what would happen is both sides would play on offense and they would just use the time remaining they had in their previous round while they're on offense to get the payload as far as they can. Because Southern Virginia had to use overtime, they don't get to play on offense. Marietta does. And all they have to do with a minute 53, with their time remaining, they just need to get 1 tick off of this point. They don't need to capture it. There's 3 ticks to the capture point. They just need to get the first tick and they will win the map. So they have a huge advantage here. So they need to go for a quick win on the team fight, secure that map, that particular point, and they will have that map. So we're going to see what kind of composition will Marietta go with. It looks like Ekit Lunar is going to swap over to the Ana. Torgod's going to play Juno this time. Mamba's still deciding on what tank. Going to go with the Orisa. But here we go. We need quick picks. They just got to get 1 tick onto this map, and they will secure it. So they're going to try to work their way around. Now, here's the thing about that clock. I mean, they only got a minute 35, so it's not a whole lot of time. Meanwhile, OP Knees is going to be looking for a flank from the side. Going to pop the dynamite that does not go off. But now Stab Vessel trying to get into their face. Going to Wraith away. But going to get taken down along with Ekit Lunar. So that did not work as planned. So Torgod's going to end up going down. So Marietta is going to have to rethink their strategy because they have to get on that point. They've got about a minute remaining. I don't know if they're going to have any ultimates available. We're going to see Mambo swapping over to the Winston, maybe going for a more dive composition just to try to jump onto the point as quickly as possible. So I would expect to see him leap over. Going to be looking for a charge, get some damage out. And here comes the ring, and we already see one support falling, and there's Ash. So there's already 2 down for Southern Virginia. Trying to take down Soldier 76, they will get it, and Marietta's going to start trying to collect points, going to take down this Sigma, they will get it, and just the brigade that's left, they're going to actually take this map, and there you have it. Marietta is now on the board, taking map 2, 4-3. Play of the game is going to go to the Mamba for Southern Virginia. Pop in that ultimate. Actually, no, it's Mamba with the ultimate. I'm sorry. Mamba is just going at it, getting a bunch of picks left and right. So a great map there by the Pioneers, and that came down to just very good offensive play to be able to get the 3 points, forcing Southern Virginia into overtime for them to get to the point, and then just using that dive composition to get the picks they need. So now this match has turned into a best of 3. So what's going to happen at this point is Southern Virginia will get to choose the map from a couple of points. I think it's going to be push, if I remember correctly. But I think we're going to be taking a small break. So we're going to go ahead and take that break ourselves. And when we come back, we will get into map 3 with Marietta College versus Southern Virginia University. So don't go away. We'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. Ready checks are in, so let's get things underway. So here we go. This is going to be Runaspi. I think that's how it was pronounced. So it's one game apiece. So it's a reminder, it's a first to 3 that will win. So here's how push works for those of you that are new. So what's going to happen is right about here, there's going to be this robot that spawns. It's kind of like the hybrid that we saw in the last map where there was like a vehicle that you push, but instead of escorting a vehicle, it's going to be a robot, and it's going to be pushing these slabs. And the idea is to control the robot to push the slabs along a path. Let's see if the robot spawns right here so I can show you. Okay, it's not right there. I thought it'd be right there. Maybe I'm in the wrong spot. Oh, here it is. Never mind. Okay, here's the robot. All right, see? Yep, there's the robot. Isn't he just adorable? But anyway, there's these slabs right here. Like, this is the one that Southern Virginia wants to push, and this is the one that Marietta wants to push. The goal within the time is to push these slabs the farthest possible, and only the robot can push. And the only time the robot pushes is if you have sole control over the robot. So what's going to happen a lot is back and forth. Marietta and Southern Virginia are going to fight each other for control of this robot to push these slabs. So whichever slab is the farthest along its path within the time after 10 minutes will win the map. So we see Marietta's already in this fight. We're going to see Marietta kind of sticking with a similar composition before, except OPN's bringing out the Cassie. Does get taken out very early on, so Marietta going to be struggling with this fight. And Mamba going to try to get some picks, but doesn't get it. So Southern Virginia is going to win the fight first. So that means, as we see here, Southern Virginia has got control of the robot and going to start pushing this blue slab along this route. And you can even see on the top of your score the meter. So already over 21 meters. So whichever one's the highest will win. So now Marietta is going to have to take this robot back and then start pushing their slab. So we're going to see Marietta trying to engage. Not going to see any changes in the composition. The OP needs gets extremely low on health. He needs to be topped off before getting back into the fight. But he's going to get picked off by Soldier 76. Just not getting any heals. Being at low health for a long time. Does get a pick onto Blitz Dragon though. And we're going to see Stout Vessel getting stunned a little bit. But Marietta starting to get some picks. But they're not getting the robot. Southern Virginia still has control over it. Stout Vessel is going to teleport over and try to take down Soldier 76. Mamba does get the kill. So now Marietta has to control the robot. But they have to get the robot all the way back to their slab before the pushing starts. So it's not like any of the slabs reset. So that's what makes this a little bit difficult. It's just there's that time on the clock where they need to start pushing. Southern Virginia is going to start contesting. So Marietta is going to have to win fights. And right now, everyone is so scattered. I don't know why that's the case. Stout Vessel will get healed up a little bit. Mamba very low on health. Here comes Twin Dragons from the Hanzo. And Ekit and Lunar is going to get taken out. But everyone's just like consistently low on health and just not getting topped off. Southern Virginia is going to win that fight, and they're going to take the bot back. Stout Vessel has to retreat before getting picked off. So Marietta is going to try to group up. Torgod does have the rally cry ready to go. Mamba's going to get topped off. And does have his ultimate ready. What his ultimate does will pull everyone in. He just tries to do a massive amount of damage while everyone's on top of him. He kind of charges it up. We'll see if he uses it for this fight. He's going to go and try to get the jump onto the bot. And here comes ultimates. Kiriko is going to fall in. So will Soldier 76. That's already 2 down for Southern Virginia. Going to try to take down this Juno. Not going to get it. But Stoutfest is going to get taken down. But OP Needs is going to get a pick. Ekit Lunar will finish off. And now Marietta is going to try to take the robot back. They do get it back, but they still have a lot of ground to cover. 6 minutes and 30 seconds remain. They do have all 5 ultimates, so they didn't use a single ultimate that fight. Meanwhile, Southern Virginia is about to have, they have 2 ultimates, but they're about to have 4 online themselves. Dynamite does not work very well in Marietta's favor. Here comes the tactical visor. Ekin Lunar immediately gets picked off. And OP Knees swapping over to the Ash, bringing out the Bob. Gets picked off though. So here comes Gravitron from the Sigma. Does not get taken out. It's extremely low in health. Mamba looking to finish off the Soldier 76. Doesn't get it. And once again, Marietta just getting picked off one by one. Only using the 2 ultimates and not getting a lot for it. Meanwhile, Southern Virginia popping 2 ultimates and getting quite a bit of value themselves. There's the OP Knees, gets the Dynamite off. Gonna try to take down the Sigma, and here comes Twin Dragons once again. Does get the pick off onto the Hanzo. Gonna go for the pick onto Juno. Throws out the Dynamite. Does finish him off. Stout Vessel gets a Death Blossom kill onto the Sigma. And Marietta will get the bot, but they still have a lot of ground to cover. It's 99.86 meters to 7.05 meters. Marietta needs to win more of these fights and start making progress on their bot because with only 5 minutes remain, half of the game has already been up. And they had to use their 2 other remaining ults to get that win. Dynamite's gonna go out, does not connect. Here comes the Kasune from Southern Virginia. Burgon trying to shoot as much as possible, but now Marietta has to fall back once again. OP Knees getting very low on health, trying to pick off the Juno. Stout Vessel gets taken out, but Juno does not fall. Mamba's going to get stunned. OP Knees has to fall back. Ekin and Lunar are going to try to get some heals off, but going to end up falling. So both supports are now down. Marietta has to retreat. And Marietta is just struggling left and right with these team fights, not getting any of the picks they need. Mamba going to be swapping over to the Winston. So maybe looking to get some more picks, although OP Knees gets a pick on the Juno, which is going to be huge. We'll see if they start jumping in. Mamba going to try to get some damage in the back line, try to take out Soldier 76. He's going to get stunned. Has to jump out. Ekin Lunar's going to fall. Stout Vessel taking down Kiriko. Mamba's going to get Hanzo down. Stout Vessel gets another pick. Marietta will get the bot back. But they still have not been able to make a whole lot of progress on that bot. That's been the story so far. Only 7.05 meters still with 3.5 minutes remaining. Now they do have 2 ultimates ready. So we may see Bob come out again. And here comes actually 2 ultimates from Southern Virginia. Bob's going to be coming out for OP Knees. Does take a lot of damage though. So now they're going to be contesting the bot. OP Knees gets healed off. Throws out the Dynamite. Does land. And we're going to see Mamba trying to get some damage out. But everyone is so spread out. Going to try to lead from behind. And we already see 2 down for Southern Virginia, 3. So already huge play there from the Pioneers, taking out the Sigma. That is exactly what they need, but they're going to have to do this a whole bunch of other times to get back into this map. But Marietta might have found their stride, having to pop both support ults, although Stout Vessel does have Death Blossom ready to go for the next fight. Mamba's just about has Primal Rage ready at 88%. So they're going to have to fall back for just a little bit, but they got to continue pushing that robot. But Stout Vessel's going to be looking for that play from the back lines. And he's going to jump in, pop that Death Blossom, takes down 1. Looking for more. A lot of damage goes down, so it's not... But everyone's able to follow through, and that's already 3 down for Southern Virginia. There's 4. So while the Death Blossom only took down 1, it was still enough damage for everyone else to clean up. And now they're going to continue pushing the bot already at 73 more meters and counting. Less than 2 minutes remain. We will go into overtime as long as Marietta hangs on to the robot so they can't lose control. Here comes the Twin Dragons. And Marietta is able to dodge it. Going to try to take down that Juno, which has been a struggle lately. It's a 2-for-2. Both supports are down for both teams. Here comes Primal Rage from Mamba, which does act as a heal. just to try to get some damage out. Takes down Soldier 76, looking to take down the Sigma. Gets stunned, does have the shields though, and is going to get the pick onto the Sigma. So a huge play there by Mamba to finish up. But he's going to fall back and actually concede because he was by himself. So while he could have tried to continue to push, he was going to get ganged up. So smart play to just kind of fall back and get grouped up for this next fight. But they are still behind 104 to 89. They have to keep winning a couple more fights and try to push this bot even farther. But they only got 45 seconds. And we're going to see Mamba trying to get some picks onto the Soldier. Soldier gets very low. And here comes Bob for OP knees. Going to throw out the dynamite. It does land. Gets one. Here goes down. Looking for the Juno, gets the Juno, so the supports are already down for Southern Virginia. So this is the opportunity that Marietta is looking for. Rally's going to be coming out for Turret God. The Ramacho is going to fall. Now Marietta has control of the bot. So this is huge. So now they got to continue pushing that bot, but they got to stay in control. They're about to have... Egan Lunar's just about to have the Juno ult. Soldier 76 does have Tactical Visor. They're going to try to take down the Juno from a distance. Now here comes Tactical Visor, and OPDs gets taken down from it. But they got to get back onto the bot. It's in overtime. Mamba's going to try to get some plays, but he doesn't have Primal Rage this time. And he's going to get taken down. And Death Blossom comes out. OPD is going to be looking to contest and just falls short of getting to the point. And Southern Virginia will take push 1-0. Play of the game is going to go to Blitzkrieg Dragon on the Hanzo. Probably going to be one of those Twin Dragon ultimates. Actually, no, it's after that. Just getting some picks with that bow and arrow that is capable of one-shotting if you get the right hit. And just able to take down several. But it is going to, but that map will go to Southern Virginia. So it is going to be match point for them. I believe the next map is going to be Flashpoint. We'll see if they talk things over or what the picks are going to be. But just kind of checking the chat for anything, but not seeing anything just yet. And checking to see, okay, that's why my phone was going off in the middle. But okay. But yeah, so I mean, a lot of it was just Marietta was behind early on. But, I mean, they did start catching up towards the end. It was just a little too behind. If they were able to make some more progress on the bot early on, I think they would have been able to pull out the win. But the fact that they spent like 6, maybe 7 minutes, probably closer to 6 minutes, just only getting the bot to 7 meters really made the difference there. It looks like Marietta has chosen a Flashpoint. So now it's just a matter of seeing what the map will be, and then we'll go over what Flashpoint is. Just a quick programming update. I don't have an image for this, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull up the schedule for next week here. So give me a second here as I do that. And let me pull up Esports. So just to get an idea of what matches are going to be going on next week. So on Monday, Valorant will be going up against Arkansas State University Mountain Home at 7:30. So far, the Valorant team is undefeated at 3-0. So will they make it to 4-0? We'll find out. This is going to be a big matchup because they did play against Arkansas State Mountain Home during the preseason matches, and they lost to them. So we're going to see if the Valorant team has made improvements since then. On Tuesday, our Smash team will be back, where they'll be playing against Alvernia University at 7 o'clock. On Wednesday, our Rainbow Six team will return, where they will be playing against North Carolina State University at 8 o'clock. Next Thursday, our Fortnite team is going to be taking the week off because there aren't any matches. But next Friday, our Overwatch team will be back, where they'll be playing against University Akron at 7 o'clock. So we do have 4 matches coming for you next week. So please be sure to check those out. So looks like everyone is asking for a quick bio break. So we're going to take a break here ourselves. So it looks like it's going to be Suravasa for Flashpoint. So don't go away. We'll be back in just a few minutes with Game 4. All right, and welcome back. We are getting the ready checks. So I think we'll be starting in any second now. Just waiting for everyone to say they are ready, and it looks like they are. So let's go ahead and get into Suravasa here. All right, so here's how this game works. It's very much like the first game where there is a point that you have to capture and control until you get it to 100%. The only difference here is the percentage climbs much faster, and you have to get 3 of them in order to win. So it's not like multiple rounds. It's not the first to 2. It's the first to get 3 points, and they will take the map. So as a reminder, it is match point for Southern Virginia. So Marietta needs to take this if they want to go to map 5. So it's going to come down to what composition Marietta's going to go with. Mama's going to be sticking with the Winston. I think he's been having better luck with that compared to the Orisa. But we're going to see Opionese is going to go back to the Cassidy. Stout Vessel will be on the Reaper. X-Kit and Lunar are going to be using Ana this time instead of Juno. Torgard are going to stay on the Brigade.
Try not to embarrass yourself.
So they're going to head over to the first point. But it is a must-win map for the Pioneers. And we're going to see the same composition that Virginia did for Push. And we're going to see Opionese immediately taking down that Reaper, which is going to give Marietta the opportunity to push in. And we're going to see already both DPS have fallen, although Torgot ends up falling. Now they're going to take down the Sigma, so that's already 4 down for Southern Virginia and able to take down the Juno. So they're going to start capturing the first point here. So a great start from the Pioneers. It's all laid off by that huge pick by Opionese. So we're seeing that first point taken much faster at a 13%. So they need to hang on to this point as quickly as much as possible. We're going to see Southern Virginia trying to get back and group up. But Opionese is going to be looking for another quick headshot pick. Take some damage. It's going to have to be careful, getting very low in health. Almost, it does end up getting picked off by the Reaper. So a little too far out. Ekin Lunar does end up falling, but now we're seeing a 2-for-2. Gonna try to take down the Juno and end up doing so. So it's just the Reaper and Sigma that's left. Sword God does get taken down, but we're gonna see all that's left is the Sigma. And Marietta will take him down, and they still have control of the point while all that's going on. No one was able to go in and try to take it from them. So they're just going to move back to the point now at 87%. So it's going to look like Southern Virginia will concede, and Marietta will get that first point. They just need 2 more to get to map 5. So now they're going to head over to the next point. And unfortunately, it's not too far away from them. They're going to see they're already there. What's really interesting about this is usually you would go with like a Lucio to rush everyone over, but neither side is playing Lucio for this. But Marietta is in position. OP Knees is going to try to look for the headshot. The Sigma Shield is going to prevent some of that damage. Going to have to fall back just a little bit. But Deadeye is just about ready. Looking for a pick onto the Hanzo. Trying to get some damage out, but Ekin Lunar and Torgon takes some damage. Deadeye is coming out. Ekin Lunar does end up falling. And a huge pick there by OP Knees to take down 2. He's going to go in to try to contest and take down Sigma. Does get the Sigma down, and Hanzo gets taken out, but a huge play there. And we saw Mamba also pop Primal Rage while OP Knees was popping Deadeye. So that will secure the second point for the Pioneers, already making some progress on it. And they still have 3 ultimates ready to go. But we do see that Southern Virginia is going to have their 2 DPS ults and their tank ult ready. So I expect to see a Graviton Flux with the Twin Dragons from the Hanzo. So Merida's got to be very careful to not get caught in that. And we're going to see the Nano coming out from Ekin Lunar, trying to find that opportunity. Mamba is powered up and going to take down 2. Looking for more. Going to take down the Juno. It's just the Sigma that's left. He's going to end up falling though, but they're going to take down. So now it's just everyone collapsing onto the Reaper for Southern Virginia. Marietta is able to hang on, and it's a team kill for the Pioneers, having to pop both support ults. And we even seen Southern Virginia had to pop 2 ultimates, but I think Marietta is going to be able to take this. Yeah, Southern Virginia is going to concede once again. So that is 2 points for the Pioneers. They just need to take 1 more point, and then we will get to that map 5. So they are going to be rushing over to that third and possible final point here. Southern Virginia is looking for a stop. They have 2 ultimates ready. Marietta has just the Death Blossom, although OP Knees just about has Deadeye ready as well. She's going to be looking for a pick from behind. Going to try to catch him. Does get a stun off. And we're going to see a huge Death Blossom from Stout Vessel, taking down 2. OP Knees going to finish off a third. So with that, they're going to start taking the objective. A great play there by Stout Vessel with the Death Blossom ultimate to take down 2 of them. And they will start capturing this third point, making progress on it. OP Knees does have Deadeye ready. Mamba just about has his Primal Rage ready. Here goes that Graviton Flux coming out, using that shield to keep everyone up. And Deadeye is coming out, looking for the opportunity. Gets only 1, but that's all he needs to take down the Reaper. And takes out a second. Gets a bunch of damage out. Mamba does have Primal Rage ready. OP Knees is able to take down the Juno. And right now it's just the Sigma that's left. And it is another team kill there. At least an unofficial team kill there for the Pioneers. Now it's at 60%. And now we're going to see that Southern Virginia has to swap composition. They need some much faster characters using Wrecking Ball and Tracer to try to get onto the point as quickly as they can to contest. Mamba taking a bit of unnecessary damage that we're going to see that Ekin Lunar does get taken down, although OP Knees takes down the Tracer. Looking for more. Here comes the rally from Torrent God, and here comes another rally. Everyone's just rallying here. And here comes Primal Rage from Mamba. Stout Vessel's going to fall, but so will Soldier 76. It is at overtime. So right now, they take down 1-2, and OP Knees does end up falling. And they're going to try to finish off the rest here. But Mamba taking a whole bunch of damage. He's going to retreat to heal up, but he's going to fall through trying to get the health pack. So they're going to reset. Although Ekin Lunar gets picked off, you do not want that. All right, so Marietta got it to 99%, but they were just not able to secure it. OP Knees does have Deadeye once again. Ekin Lunar does have Nano, so maybe going to be looking to use that Nano, but Marietta's got to win one more fight to try to take this point back. So gotta try to get healed up, taking a bunch of damage here, but they're gonna be fine. Here comes the mines. They got to dodge those. Deadeye coming out, but gets taken down immediately, so not able to utilize that. They're gonna try to push back the the Wrecking Ball. Mamba gets Nano to try to take down Soldier 76. Gonna go for the slam. Torgod's gonna end up falling. He's gonna end, and Mamba's not gonna be able to get it, but doesn't get a chance to pop his ultimate. And we're seeing Southern Virginia fighting back. And I think Marietta's gonna have to concede this point. So now Southern Virginia will score. This might be the first time. I've seen a lot of flashpoints where it's usually just a 3-0. This is the first time I've seen both sides get a point. So now Marietta's going to have to fight for control for the next point. They still have Death Blossom ready. And it looks like Southern Virginia is going to stick with the Tracer Wrecking Ball combo just because of the mobility. But you're going to try to take out the Juno. Doesn't get it. Torgod does have Rally ready. But they're getting up to the point. Stout Vessel gets taken out. Probably overextended. Looking to finish off Soldier 76. He's going to get healed up. Here comes the Rally coming for Mamba. Going to try to take out the supports from behind. Not going to get it though. Getting the stun onto Soldier 76. So it's a trade. So two are down onto Southern Virginia. Trying to take down the Brigade. And will get it with the punch. It's just the Tracer and the Wrecking Ball. Mines are coming out and just trying to take him out. Meanwhile, this Wrecking Ball is just staying on point. And Marietta is struggling to get him down. And he's just going to be able to stall to give Southern Virginia a chance to get back into it. But Marietta will secure the point, taking down the remaining mines. They have 3 ultimates ready. So they got to hold this to be able to get to that map 5. Stout Vessel has to Wraith away. Got to fall back. He's just taking way too much damage. Here comes the Deadeye looking for that opportunity, but does not get anything out of it. Stout Vessel does end up falling, but we're going to see the Juno going down. And both supports for Southern Virginia have fallen. But now the supports for Marietta are in trouble. Inkit and Lunar, Torgon actually gets the killing blow onto the Tracer. So Marietta is holding, but we have 3 ultimates ready. I could see a Nano Rage ultimate combo coming out for the Pioneers. Now it's at 70%. We do see 4 ultimates ready. Oh, sorry, 3 ultimates ready for Southern Virginia. Tracer may be looking to try to use that bomb. And here comes the rally from Southern Virginia, but 2 have already fallen. Here comes the Nano onto Mamba. Mamba gets stunned, but it's going to take down the Brigade. It just got to get back onto the point to take down the Wrecking Ball. It's a team kill, and it's a map win for the Pioneers. We are going to Game 5. And play the game is going to go to OP Knees on Cassidy. Just taking out the Soldier. Not even using Deadeye for that, just getting the picks that were needed. But folks, we are now at match point for both sides. It's been back and forth, but Marietta was able to find the strength to take Saravasa. So we will be going to map 5, which I believe is going to be Escort, which is very similar to Hybrid from map 2. It's just you move the vehicle right from the get-go. But yeah, this is going to be really exciting, going all the way to 5 games, which did happen last week. Marietta was able to get to this 5th one, but they were not able to secure the win. So we're going to see, can they get it this time? So we're going to take a small breather, I think. I'm checking for anything here in the chat. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just take a quick breather. And when we come back, we'll be at Game 5. So don't go away. We'll be back in a few minutes. All right, and welcome back. We are getting into the 5th and final map. So here we go. We are going to be on Route 66. It is match point. This time the Pioneers are going to be on the blue side because they are going to be starting off on defense. So the way this particular game works is it is very much like the hybrid map with King's Row. The only difference is the vehicle to escort is right at the beginning of the map. So they're going to spawn right here on offense, and you're going to start moving this vehicle, which we call a payload, just along the road. Just taking a nice little trip along Route 66. This would open up. So let's just kind of show you where we go. We'll continue on this route here. We'll go through there. There's our team. They'll go along to this door, which will open up, and then move the payload all the way down to here. So that is where Marietta wants to be. Or that's where they want to be when they're on offense. But they're going to be on defense first. So the objective is to prevent Southern Virginia from getting all the way over there. They want a good showing on defense. So because if they can stop them, then all they have to do is just get farther when they're on offense, and they will take the series. So this is going to be it. There is a small chance of getting to a draw, but it's extremely rare. So it is going to be winner take all for this map. And we're going to see OP Knees going back to the Ash for this one. Mamba's going to stay with the Winston. And interesting that we're going to see Wrecking Ball coming out for Southern Virginia and going to go with a Genji for DPS. We have not seen their Genji at all. They're trying to get some disruption onto the Wrecking Ball. A lot of shields, a lot of mobility. And Stout Vessel already gets taken down for the Pioneers. So that's going to give Southern Virginia a chance to just keep moving that payload over. But now we're going to see already 2-3 Pioneers down, just staying up there. I think they took too long to stay up there, and they were just able to get picked off one after another. And we're going to see Southern Virginia gain to this first point very quickly. And meanwhile, the Pioneers are already facing contention on the back lines. I don't know if they have an answer for this Wrecking Ball. Torgod already getting taken down, and Wrecking Ball just wrecking them from behind. But Marietta needs to find an answer very quick for this Wrecking Ball, or it's going to be a very difficult map for them. We see Mamba trying to move in. Ekin Lunar already gets taken out. Mamba gets extremely low on health. So trying to get healed back up. And once again, that Wrecking Ball is just causing a lot of problems. Has not died yet. OPD's trying to take him out, but going to get survived by the Blossom. But Blitz Dragon does end up falling. Kiriko's going to get fallen by Mamba. Trying to look for more, but this Wrecking Ball just will not die. Trying to get Stout Vessel healed up. And we're going to see OP Knees does have Bob ready to go. Dynamite does not connect. And see Mamba does pop Primal Rage. Looking for more. Going to try to take down the supports. And gets a lot of damage onto the Kiriko. Does end up falling. And now Winston's trying to get some damage onto Soldier 76. Forcing him back. But once again, Wrecking Ball just going around in circles. I don't think he's died at all this game. And here comes the Bob from OP Knees. That's just trying to disrupt the back lines. We do see one support falls. Here comes Dragon Blade from Blitz Dragon and the Mines. But Marietta's getting so many picks. That's already a 4-for-1 in Marietta's favor. Just taking down the remaining mines. That Bob, I believe, actually cleaned up a lot of those mines for the Pioneers, which was huge. So they got the stop. So now 3 minutes and 30 seconds remain in the round, but there's that Wrecking Ball once again. And Stout Vessel does have Death Blossom available. Maybe looking to pop it right here, and it's gonna catch 2, 3. End up falling. A huge play there by Stout Vessel. Looking to take down this Genji, although Torgod's going to end up falling. So despite the picks, it just kind of evened things up. Blitz Dragon is going to fall. So a huge stop there by Stout Vessel. But the problem that we're seeing is the supports are getting picked off very early on. And Marietta's got to be careful of that. I mean, they have a couple of in-your-face opponents with the Wrecking Ball, with Genji. Here comes the Nano Boost and the rally for both sides here. And here comes Tactical Visor trying to take down the Kiriko. But going to be looking, or their Torgon's going to get taken down, but Kiriko's going to fall for Southern Virginia. Soldier 76 is going to fall. Anti is on the Wrecking Ball, but not able to get any of the picks. Gonna go with Primal Rage, takes down the Genji, looking to take down Wrecking Ball. No, he's gonna go after the Brigade, just taking down as much healers as he can, and will take down the Brigade, but this Wrecking Ball still causing a lot of issues. Mines are coming out. OP Knees finally gets a kill onto the Wrecking Ball. I think that might have been his first death in this entire game here. 2 minutes remain in the round. And we see Stout Vessel just about has Death Blossom available. Trying to get some damage onto that Genji. Here comes Wrecking Ball once again. And unloading the shotgun, but not finding any the picks he needs. Marietta is very spread out here. Mamba looking, trying to get some damage out, but has to fall back, just getting ganged up into 3v1. Stout Vessel gets picked off, just bit off more than he can chew. OP Knees is going to take down one, throws out the bomb just to get some extra damage out, gets the grenade, dynamite out, and 3 have already fallen for Southern Virginia. Gets a 4th, and OP Knees just taking out damage players left and right. That Wrecking Ball is going to run away. So despite the fact that Wrecking Ball has been pretty disruptive, and not dying, Marietta has been able to hold pretty well. Minute 5 remains. Now we do see Dragon Blade is online for Southern Virginia. And Stout Vessel still has, here comes Death Blossom, and takes down 2. Does not take down the Genji though, who's able to take down OP Knees. But now Southern Virginia is looking for the play. And it's just kind of back and forth. Genji gets healed up. Stout Vessel already used his Wraith just to kind of buy some time, but needs to take out Genji. Does do so. We see the Wrecking Ball is nanoed. It's going to have to retreat. Mamba ends up going down. Stout Vessel is going to use his Wraith form to get away. OP Knees trying to get headshots. The payload is starting to move again. 18 seconds remain. So Marietta's going to have to group up. Here comes the mines from Wrecking Ball. And Stout Vessel's just trying to take out as many as possible. But Marietta might have to concede this second point. And that's exactly what they're going to do. I don't think they're going to be able to contest. And actually, right at the last second, trying to use a nano to stall. Has the Primal Rage ready. Here comes Kasune. Primal Rage comes out for Mamba, trying to take them out one by one. Here comes the rally for Torgon, and Mary's going to try to make one final push. Blitz Dragon is going to fall, gets the Kiriko down. We see Tactical Visor gets taken out though, and here's the Wrecking Ball that just will not die. Just rolling around in circles, trying to finish him off, gets the punch, and gets the explosion, and Marietta will hold, preventing them from getting to the second point. I thought they were going to concede that, but just at the split second with like 2 seconds remaining, they jump in, go into overtime, and they're able to win that.
Initiating match.
All right, so what does that mean, everyone? The win condition is set. So all Marietta has to do is they have to get this payload over to this spot. If they get to the second point, they will win the series. If they do not, then Southern Virginia will take this. So it comes down to this one final round. Marietta needs to get the payload right here to win it all. They had a huge stop right around here, so it's going to come down to, can Marietta get that payload out much faster? Can they get the picks? They got the momentum. So we'll see, will they stick with the same composition or will they do something different? So far the composition looks the same, but it's looking like Southern Virginia is going to change it up. They're going to bring back the Sigma. They're going to bring back the Bastion. Soldier 76 stays, but they're going to bring out the Baptiste instead. So a completely different composition for defense on Route 66 for Southern Virginia. But Marietta's going to stick with that dive composition with the Winston. And OP&E sticking with the Ashe. It's just been working. So they're going to go straight onto the payload. Looking for anyone here. And they will find him on the roof side. Mamba trying to get some poke out. OP&E's looking to get some damage. We see the Sigma shield. It's going to try to get taken down. Throws out the dynamite. Nice AoE damage there. But OP&E still taking a lot of damage. Has to fall back. But Marietta will continue to push. But now this is the part where they need to win this team fight. So they use the shield. And we're going to see Winston jumping in. Immortality Field comes out. Stout Vessel does take down the Immortality Field. So they're going to continue pushing from bottom. OP&E's trying to shoot through the shield to take it out. Launches in the air, throws out the dynamite, does not ignite. And Mamba does get taken down. So Marietta is stalled. Trying to heal up Stout Vessel, but he's going to get taken down. And OP&E's gets picked off. So they do not win that first fight. Not an ideal start. And now we're going to see Mamba swapping over to D.Va instead of the Winston. Maybe looking for something tankier, but also damage from a range. And able to kind of absorb some of the attacks. But they got to find an answer to take down that shield. And right now, with that said, they do take down the Immortality Field very quickly. Mamba trying to take down stuff. And we're going to see OP&E's getting one pick. Ekit Lunar gets taken down. Stigma all comes out. But Blitz Dragon is going to end up falling. So this is Marietta's opportunity to push forward. Trying to take down the Sigma, who's still at full health. He gets a pick, taking down Stout Vessel. But he isn't going to falling. And Marietta will continue to push. They are heavily wounded, but they do end up winning the fight. So we'll see, is it enough to get to this first checkpoint? I believe it will. Throws out the dynamite for safety. So now they got 4 minutes and 15 seconds to get to the next point. OP&E is going to be rotating around looking for a possible flank here. Mamba's going to try to go from a side as well. Meanwhile, the supports are hanging by the payload, getting the Bastion down to half health. It's healed back up. Meanwhile, OP&E gets the Baptiste very low on health. Has to use the Immortality Field to stay up. Already has Bob ready. Here comes the artillery shell. So Barry's going to be very careful with the Ekit Lunar. Does end up falling. Stout Vessel has to wraith away. But here comes the rally by Tortgod. Mamba extremely low on health, trying to get healed back up. OP&E's looking to get a pick onto Soldier 76. Goes for the punch, doesn't get it, but does get the 2 DPS down. So Marion is going to continue pushing. They're already over halfway through, takes down the Juno. And they still have 3 ultimates. This might be the moment they're looking for, trying to pop the dynamite to get some damage out. They can use the bomb to try to zone them out. And Mamba still has the D.Va bomb. It's getting close. Takes out the Immortality Field. Here comes the Bob as well. Dynamite's going to be coming out. Bob just wrecking, and D.Va Bomb explodes, taking out 2, 3. And Southern Virginia is dropping 1 by 1. Marietta is going to get the team kill, and they're going to take the series. And there you have it. Play of the game is going to go to OP&E's. And let's just face it, OP&E's is just OP. Look at these picks. Throws out the dynamite, gets a bunch of damage out. And with that, the Pioneers will secure their first victory of the season. You might be able to hear some of the cheering that's going on with everyone that is sitting here, because everyone else is home because we're in fall break. What a time to win, though. It would be nice if they were actually here on campus so you can hear all the cheering and the yelling, but you're only going to hear like 3 or 4 people doing the cheering and the yelling. But congratulations to the Pioneers on their 3-2 victory. They have been working so hard to get to this point. So it is a tradition with Marietta Esports, where we will have a post-game interview for every victory. So we're going to take another quick break, and we're going to try to interview someone who happens to still be here on campus. So don't go away. We'll be right back with that post-game interview. All right, and welcome back. So first of all, introduce yourself to everyone who is watching right now.
Hello, I'm Braden Wilson. I'm a Stout Vessel DPS player. You've seen me enough. I played mainly Reaper that game, and just had fun with the rest of the team.
All
It's
right.
great.
So first of all, this is your, not only the first win for the Overwatch team this semester, but it is your first collegiate win for the program. How does it feel?
It feels great. Like, I mean, it's actually amazing feeling. Like, at high school, we released an esports program really early on. Like, this was the first year ever, was my senior year, and it was wild to think that I could be doing it now in college. And it's just amazing, like, even more that we just won. Like, my heart has been, like, pounding since, like, the end of round 1, and I'm still feeling that high rush of, yes, we did it.
You're probably going to feel that for a little bit while, maybe for the rest of the night. But let's talk about going into this match, because I mean, you've had a couple really close matches. You had a big heartbreaker last week against Mount Nazarene. So what were some of the adjustments that you guys made to go into this matchup?
So we did some reviews over what we did wrong in the last games and what we did right to improve on those aspects. We mainly really focused on our grouping aspect. We didn't do it as well as what we wished to in that last game, but we did really improve, and especially in our communications. Our communications still need more improving, as always. It's something that will always need improvement. But we did just enough, maybe even more than enough, to get us that win, and just the basic fundamentals of the gameplay. We really improved a lot, and we're continuing to improve.
Yeah, so it was kind of back and forth. I mean, you can look at the score breakdown. So, I mean, Control, I mean, you go to the third round, lost it in that last team fight there, but then you come back in Kings Row, getting it all the way to the end, going to forcing them into the overtime, and then being able to get that last tick at the very second to secure it, and then push. Kind of struggle a little bit there, but then come back in dominating fashion in Saravasa. So going into Route 66, I mean, what was the mindset going into that last map, knowing it's been back and forth?
Well, on Route 66, we did our map bans because we were really expecting them to pull out that poke, that Hanzo, that was really just annoying the ever-living out of all of us. Because we kept on getting those lucky picks that just knocked us off and then just completely throwing us off the game. So we banned one of the maps that were key to that character. So when they picked Route 66, it had us scratching for a second, but we picked up the game, we knew what we wanted to do, and then we went out and executed it.
Okay, and then you said that you played Reaper mostly, and you had some insane death blossoms.
Yeah.
So what is it about Reaper that you like?
Well, that was the first time I actually really played Reaper mainly in one of these matches, as I usually play Bastion, and then... Yeah, it's mainly just Bastion in the previous matches, especially last week. That's all I played was Bastion, so entering Reaper this time, it was kind of new, but it was still a feeling that I could get around and just warm up to. As you can see in the beginning to the end, it was more of like a warm-up, because in the beginning I just wasn't doing that good until those last few rounds. I really kind of picked up full swing and was able to really nail the Death Blossoms.
Nothing like practicing a new character during a match, right?
Yeah,
all right.
Nothing like that.
All right, I got two more questions for you. So next week, you guys are going to be going up against University of Akron, very reputable esports program. So what's going to be the game plan to take down Akron?
Well, I guess the main thing is to continue on practicing. Do some reviews over what we did wrong and what we did right during this game, because that's always important to review on what we did. And to keep a steady head on our communication. We really lack on the aspect of asking for help when we're low on HP, and to just really nail on who we want to attack, when we want to attack them, and when to launch that attack.
All right. My last question then is there anything else you would like to say to everyone who's watching right now?
I really encourage this program a lot, especially to new high school entries. There's nothing I'd encourage more than to give it a try. If you like playing games, if you really feel like you have it in your palm, just go out there and get the mouse in your palm.
All right. Thank you. And congratulations again on your 3-2 victory, your first collegiate victory, and hopefully there will be many more to come.
Oh, I plan on getting more to come.
All right. So that's going to be it for us here today. So thank you so much for watching. Just as a reminder, we'll be back on Monday when our Valorant team go against Arkansas State University Mountain Home at 7:30. So please be sure to come back for that. But for all the latest updates with what's going on with Marietta College Esports, please be sure to follow us here on Twitch, X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Shout outs to all of our supporters. And we want to thank all of you for watching. Thank you for your follows. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you for your subscriptions. We truly appreciate your generosity, and we hope you have a great evening. Have a great night.